I married my wife, Winter, went to college together in Philadelphia, Drexel University, and really married 2 weeks after college. We prayed about it and just felt like God was moving us from Texas. I had worked for about 7 years, and I was in a place where I felt like God was calling me to something new, and my wife kept saying she felt like there was change coming. A friend that went to the church basically introduced me to Pastor Darren, and God just kind of meshed together two stories, and never applied for any jobs. But what was becoming evident to me is the gifts that God had given me were kind of lining up with what Pastor Darren was looking for. We came out for a visit in December and came out for a few visits after that. And each one, it became more and more clear that this was just a special place and that God wanted to do something special in my family. Little did I know, it'd look a whole lot different than what I thought. We literally closed on our house in Dallas on July 6th, which was a Friday, turned around and closed on our house here on July 9th. We moved in, were able to just, spend the night in our home and started getting our furniture out a little bit. And then we would leave for vacation for about 2 weeks, 1 week in Iowa with my family and then a week back in Dallas. On that Tuesday afternoon, I basically came home from work and I went to get dinner ready and she went to lay down. I asked her if she wanted dinner and she said, "No, I think I just need to rest, I don't feel good." Literally walked into the bedroom after dinner and my wife had a cardiac event in front of me. It's a pretty traumatic experience, and my wife died in my arms. When we lost Winter, I tried to be like the spiritual dad that says, well, we need to pray about what God's plan is, and take our time. Do we stay in Dallas? Do we move to Nashville? And I remember sitting down with my oldest daughter and just having a conversation with her. And Alina saying to me, she said, "Mommy was more excited about Nashville and about Church of the City than any of us. Like, I know that she would want us to go." God just started to show me that his plan wasn't about me getting here first and foremost to be a contributor to Church of the City, but to be a receiver of healing and of rest through a church family that I didn't even know. Pulling into the neighborhood and seeing all these people surrounding our home, cheering us on. I mean, I just broke out in tears. I have never in my life experienced just the love of a church like I have with this. Just the passion of the people to be the hands and feet of Jesus. It's allowed me to just focus on loving my girls well through this process and just remembering my wife, memorializing my wife, and just taking the time just to grieve. It's been a tremendous blessing. Knowing that God in his providence allowed Winter to, not only buy this house, but experience being here. And it's like she signed off on every little thing, from the church to the house to the school to, our whole life. It reminds me that our God is intentional. God knew we had a new adventure, a new story that would unfold, and brought us to a new place to start that. And I'm excited to be a part of it.